Hey guys, it's Young Wealth. Now today I gotta make an insightful video, right? Because I feel like a lot of people, right, they see the price point, they see the price action, and they think they already count it out. They say its run is over. Its prime was in 2021 where it was 90 or 65 cents, should I say, right? That's far from the truth. Now we got a couple of articles and a couple of things I want to break down. But as you can see by the title, it says this is why I don't care about excellence price action. And just off the top of my head, why I don't care about excellence price action is because it's not being used and adopted yet. That's why I don't care. Now, we know it's all speculation and everything can be not true. But if we just look at the connections they make and the people that are talking about XLM, which we're going to break down today, you would actually understand why I don't care about price action, right? At the end of the day, here we actually have a few important pieces of information that are actually seen on the World Bank, like the World Bank Forum talking about XLM, right? Now, before we even break down that, we have to understand that XLM today is at a market capitalization of only 2.7 billion when this can go to trillions. So just understand that. Let's bear that in mind, right? Now let's actually read a couple parts and bits and pieces of this, right? Now we're going to start off here. Looking at potential distribution for wholesale payment systems is crucial. A business case for USC would be to provide a vehicle for settlement within derivatives market. An example would be the market of cross-currency and interest rate swaps. To this end, it is important to note that the gross notional value of outstanding contracts in over-counter derivative markets at the end of 2018 was 595 trillion, which is insane, right? And this where it gets juicy, right? This where it gets juicy. In the same period was $10 trillion, right? In the context of distribution or disruption to existing wholesale payment, clearing and settlement infrastructures, such as Canada's large value transfer system, payments made as part of a trade life cycle, even in broader securities and derivatives markets may no longer require such infrastructure. Indeed, the instantaneous cross-border transfer of digital tokens exchangeable for cash assets eliminates the need for cumbersome processes of intraday collateral management required by existing wholesale settlement systems. Let me say that one more time, guys. Indeed, the instantaneous cross-border transfer of digital tokens exchangeable for cash assets eliminates the need for cumbersome processes of intraday collateral management required by existing sales settlements, right? Settlement systems. Moreover, such tokens are not tied to the operating hours of the wholesale payment system across jurisdictions. Transactions are free to flow frictionlessly hours a day and 7 days a week. Do we understand what we're talking about here? Now, this article is made by the World Bank and it does mention XLM. We're going to go lower and we're going to scroll down and you're going to realize it mentions XLM, right? But you have to understand this. Bear in mind what they've just said. They said that it will flow frictionlessly. There's some big words in this. That's why I was kind of stuttering, but it will flow frictionlessly 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Okay, just understand that like derivative market, we know there's a close and there's always market closes for these stock markets and these derivatives, whatever. But with the use of actual token or digital token transfers, it would eliminate that. So let's just keep going, right? Here's where it gets juicy. Stable coins for cross-border payments. Stable coin refers to a class digital currencies that are relatively stable in terms of their price. Stable coins offer instantaneous processing and security of payments as many cryptocurrencies do. They also offer stability with respect to their parties against fiat currencies. Two digital currencies that fall into this category are RippleNet native digital currency XRP and Stellar's network's native cryptocurrency, the Stellar Lumen XLM. Both Ripple and Stellar enable faster and more efficient cross-border payments relative to correspondent banking. However, they differ in the form aims at providing or improving cross-border payment settlement between international banks, whereas the latter aims providing low-cost cross-border payments financial services to the end users and unbanked population. They've just mentioned XLM. This is the World Bank. Now, what is the World Bank? This is so important, guys. Understand that International Bank of Reconstruction and Development, the world's largest development bank, IBRD, provides financial products and policy advice to help countries reduce poverty and extend the benefits of sustainable growth to all the people. The International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, IBRD, is global development cooperative owned by 189 member countries. As the largest development bank in the world, it supports the World Bank's group by commission, providing loans, guarantees, risk management, and advisory services to middle-income, credit-worthy, low-income countries, as well as by coordinating responses to regional and global challenges. Created in 1944 to help rebuild after World War, IBRD joins the IDA to fund for the poorest countries to form the World Bank. Repeat, created in 1944. Do you understand that this website and this actual corporation of the World Bank talking about XLM has been here since 1944? That's over, I want to say, close to 80 years or 70 years, right? You got to understand that, guys, they are never going to mention anything that's a crappy coin. They're never going to mention anything that don't actually do what they say they do. XLM is a technology that's proven to work multiple times. At the end of this is the reason why I don't care about price action, because we are talking about a token that being mentioned by the World Bank. We're talking about a token that's being mentioned by the World Bank, and it was actually created in 1944. They work closely with all institutions of the World Bank Group and the public-private sectors in developing countries to reduce poverty and build shared prosperity. Now, I want you guys to take a look at this, right? This is the US debt clock. Repeat, this is the US debt clock. Okay, the US national debt is actually 35 trillion. Guys, do you understand that within that 35 trillion, trillions of dollars have been put in debt through fees, okay? Of course, when the US borrows money and borrows services or whatever, and they do these trades, a lot of that debt there is because of cross-border payment fees. Do you understand that? Like, trillions of dollars is there in debt because of cross-border payment fees. So once you understand that, you have to understand that using XLM eliminates the issue of fees and actual unreliability when it comes to time and speed and efficiency if XLM was actually adopted, Stellar Lumens was adopted as a forms of cross-border payments. So once you understand that and you look at the price today, you realize that this is a token that I don't care about price point. I don't care if it don't do anything in 2025. Why? Because if the cryptocurrency market is going to sustain itself and actually be here for decades and decades and decades, then we don't have to rush anything. XLM does not have to rush price action. I'm just being honest with you guys. If the cryptocurrency is the future, then 2025 is not the end all be all. I'm sorry. So people that saying, oh, it's not going to do anything in 2025. Well, what if it don't? What if it 100x's in 2030? What if it 1,000x's or 500x's or 200x's in 2035 and 2040? Then that was a long-term investment that I dollar cost averaged into over the years that may pay me a ROI in the long term, because I can do both. I can make quick bags and quick X's, but I can also have patience and actually build discipline to hold the long-term bag that is going to make and flourish in the long term. Listen, this ain't going to be the main coin to give you X. It's not going to do what Dogecoin did in 2025. It's not. But I don't care about that all the time. I'm 23. Like, what am I rushing for? In 7 years' time, I'll be 30. Do you understand? 30 is still young, right? So at the end of the day, if I can make $1 million off XLM by 30, bro, that's just extra money that I made on top of the 2025 bull run. Just understand, that's why I don't care about the price action. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed the video, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll be back with more content real soon. With that being said, peace.